What's up, my guys? We are back in the lunch line again. I apologize for missing last week. I don't even know why I missed. What was I doing?
Rehab.
Yeah, I don't even know what last week was, to be honest. But yeah, I had to miss last week. I apologize. We're back. Excited to see the guys. I promise it is my vow, it is my New Year's resolution to end my technical difficulties that I always have. Tiggy Nation is not in the best mood now because I've been having technical issues, so we got to lighten up the mood a little bit. What's up, my guys?
What up, what up, what up? Coming from the faraway land of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm doing tremendous. It's gotten a little colder here recently. It's like 70 degrees, 60 degrees. So it's nice and cool. A little long sleeve tee weather. Still wear shorts. Big fan of the shorts. But people are getting bundling up a little bit. So that's good. Everything's good on my front, Work's been slow. I've been back in the gym.
Oh,
My girlfriend's living with me for the next week and a half. Everything's going up,
Shit.
So it's been incredible.
do it. Do the thing. Do the thing.
What?
Do the
What's the
thing.
thing?
No, shout out girlfriends.
Shout out girlfriends.
Shout out girlfriends. Good stuff. I knew Tiggy Nation was trying to be cool for a reason. I knew something was going on. I knew something was going on over there. I could feel it. No, but that's awesome. Girlfriends are great. We love them. They're good to us. That's great. It's freaking cold here. I never would have thought No, I'm serious. Living in the South, I never would have thought it would be like 30 degrees. It's cold here. And I tell you, the cold here is different. Like 30 degrees up home, you're like, oh, it's 30 degrees. But like 30 degrees, it feels colder. I don't know.
No. I am not standing for that shit. No way. It was 29 degrees this morning, and I walked outside to get my click list, and I was fucking freezing. There's no way that 30 degrees down south below the equator is colder than it is here, dude. I won't have it. I'm putting my foot down.
Well, I don't know. You might just have to come find out because I'm telling you, it's cold. But yeah, another thing about it being cold, it has nothing to do with it being cold, but my freaking apartment, all I do is freaking hear these people above me walking around all freaking night long, and it drives me nuts.
Do you still have the neighbors that blast the EDM music at midnight too?
No, they're not too bad anymore. Like they'll listen to music, which is cool. I like music, but like they've dialed it down. But like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Every night around 10 or 10:30, I start hearing the freaking people upstairs just walking around. And they don't just walk around and I mean for hours. For fucking hours. Like they're walking around lead foot. I hope they can hear me talking about them right now, honestly, because it's fucking bullshit. I left my noise machine at the farmhouse over Thanksgiving, so now I don't have it. So I've been having to do freaking live streams of rainstorms on YouTube all night long. And I don't normally have to take melatonin and shit, but I've been having to lately because fucking people piss me off. That's what it is.
So a lot to unpack there, JT.
Yeah,
but a lot to unpack. First, what would you like to say if you could say anything to your neighbors if they happen to have been listening, or have you ever imagined like you just storming up there and be like, what's the matter with you? Why can't you just say, what would you say if you would like confront them? Maybe they're listening.
Yeah, quick sidebar. I did that to the people that live below me.
He did. That's a true story.
What'd you tell them?
Yeah, I went down at like 2 a.m. It was like banging on the door. And I just had moved in. And they're like, oh, hey, like, what's up? I was like, listen, we got to turn the music down. We can't be playing freaking boombox radio speakers at 2 a.m. while I'm trying to sleep. But honestly, knowing me, like, I would go up and probably be nice and be like, "Hey, dude, can you just please be quiet?" I would be nice the first time, and then the second time I would be not so nice, and then I'd be like, "Listen, I'd freaking email the apartment people and be like, you got to kick these fucking people out of here because I got to sleep. I pay too much money here to not be able to sleep." So,
What if the poor people just work from home, but they work internationally, dude?
so I said that too. I'm like, what if they work night shift and
Yeah.
they're just up? What if and their just sleep schedule's all screwed up? You're right. I know, but it still keeps me up at night.
I mean, so what are we saying here? Like you're running on a couple hours of sleep, you're a little grouchy. Like what's the mood? What's the spice down there right now?
It's
How
all
we
right.
feeling?
I feel all right. I drank a cup of coffee at like 4 p.m. So I feel pretty good right now. I'm all right. This usually makes me sleepy after doing a podcast, so I'll probably fall asleep after this.
Good.
We'll see. We'll see though.
Well, I want to ask, kind of just want to jump into something else real quick. Tiggy Nation, last time we spoke, we were talking about the World Championships of softball. And I don't know where you stand when we left here last Tuesday. You were getting ready. I believe you were in the Final Four. You were getting ready to take on a team that you once beat. Where we at? How we feeling?
So the season is over, but the championship was also Thursday. So the season's over. We didn't make it to Thursday, though. Tuesday was our last game, unfortunately.
Damn.
We just didn't come to swing the bats like we could in the earlier season. We ran out of gas. It was a long season. And, just like the Pirates peaking in April, you got to get to October. And we fell asleep in September, and that was it. So, it's all right. We're going to have another season starting up in January. The issue is, so we're a schoolhouse, so we have like a lot of players kind of come in and out. They're only here for 6 months. So there's one player that's coming in January. He was here before, and he's coming back again, and he was stellar. Very good, young kid, hot shot, shortstop. He's able to get the ball out quick, good batter. So we're excited to have him. We're going to hopefully get a couple more athletes that can, come into our infinity gauntlet, and we can just, pluck them and put them in there.
Are you guys throwing him any NIL money, sprinkling, a little something from the team?
We were thinking about, with the NIL being, big and bad, and, we do have a couple people that aren't in our squadron that we've recruited over and stuff. So, we do have some new jerseys. That was a new addition within the last couple weeks. So, we were talking maybe we'll have to give him, half price on a jersey or something like that.
Oh, okay.
See if he still wants to compete. But I think we got him locked in. I think we got him locked in. We're going to try to recruit a little bit better. And, hopefully get a couple superstars. Hopefully maybe pay someone $700 million over the course of, 47 years like Shohei Ohtani. I don't know. We'll see what we can do, though.
That outline of his pay structure is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. JT, did you by chance get a chance to peek at old boys?
I saw a couple Instagram posts, and I saw the one specific post that showed he will make more in 2 games than Brock Purdy makes in 1 season.
That's true. That's very true. But he gets paid $2 million.
That's a good comparison.
He gets paid $2 million every year until 2033, and then from 2034 to 2043, he gets paid $67 million a year.
What? I don't know. Is that they're just spreading it out?
Yeah.
Is that how he did it to kind of just take care of, make sure he's pretty set? So he doesn't go back. They don't pay him all at once, and he freaking gambles it all away, or some crazy shit like that, or what is it?
So he took it for a couple reasons. JT, you said you read a couple Instagram posts. So I was like, oh, then you know everything. You're an expert.
No.
Unfortunately, that was not the case. But he's what? It's $70 million for 10 years, per 10 years, obviously. He's deferring $68 million every single year. So he's only taking $2 million. He's deferring 68, and this benefits not only for the team because on the books he's only on the books for $2 million for every year he's playing, But that $68 million is going to have some major tax benefits down the road. And if he retires after the 10 years and before he gets like his massive, first $68 million, I believe it's all going to depend on where he lives. So if he is not residing in California anymore, he's not going to be hit with the California taxes.
Ooh.
So
nice.
I'm pretty sure that I read a lot of posts about that. So it's really going to depend on where he lives after his season. So there's great tax benefits and honestly just more money in his pocket. It also happens to be, the most popular player in baseball that we've had probably since Ken Griffey Jr., honestly. So he makes so much money in terms of endorsements and such like that. He's literally the face of Japanese baseball. So it's a great deal for the Dodgers. It's a great deal for him, obviously, because he's just going to save so much money down the road. And he only, he has to live on a measly $2 million, but he's going to get straight endorsement money as well. He'll probably literally end up around like $20 million a year, I'm sure, with all his endorsements and shit. So
now I have a
smart
question.
guy.
I have a question.
He's a smart guy. Mm-hmm.
Do we think, and I don't mean this and how it's going to sound, but it's just what it is. Do we think a man can be a face of a league when he does not speak English?
That's very interesting. It's funny because there are people that think of Shohei Ohtani and they aren't impressed with what he does. And what he does is he's a top 5 pitcher in the league. He's a top 5 batter in the league. He's basically 2 players in a sense. He's not able to pitch next year. He can only bat, but they're still paying him all this money. And he also, cannot speak English. He speaks entirely through a translator still. The whole World Series of Baseball last season, they had one Japanese player, but he's American, half American as well, and plays on the Red Sox, I think, or something like that. He doesn't speak Japanese. His teammates don't speak English. Like he batted first for their team. Didn't talk to his teammates once,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, why can't he pitch next year?
He got hurt. I think he tore his UCL or something like that. So he got surgery and stuff. So he's not able to pitch, but he's still able to bat. But it's interesting. Yeah, can he be the face of baseball when he doesn't speak English?
Yeah, and
I'd say definitely yes.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, you have players that play like hockey and shit, and that barely speak English. I don't know. I don't even really think that matters. I think he could be the face of baseball without speaking English.
I mean, you possibly could be right, but like I feel like in today's day and age, with like more so like how the players have now created their own brands, where like they have these followings of people that just like them, maybe on like a podcast, commercial, like radio shows, whatever it may be. I feel like that's like a massive part in the sports game today, and I just wonder. I'm not saying he can't. But I also just wonder if he even actually gives a shit about that, or if he just is just like, yo, dude, I'm just here to play baseball and like that's all I really care about. But you would want to assume that the MLB would want to showcase their like most dynamic, like highest paid player. So like I don't know.
This is what's gonna happen. This is what's happening. This is how Elon's going to get us all to use the Neuralink.
Let's hear about the Neuralink.
Yeah, because no one's going to be done what's his face. What's his name?
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani is talking about, all right? And everyone's going to be like, man, he seems so electrifying. I want to know what he's saying. And there you go. All you got to do is upload the Neuralink to your brain, and you can translate in your mind what he's saying. There you go.
Like that's a great fix, by the way. I just want to say that is a great fix.
Nation is just not a fan of me today for some.
I didn't even say anything. You didn't give me a chance to defend. This is like small claims court, and you're just trying to overrule the judge. You haven't let the other side go. You're trying to bully the lowly tenant. Okay, give me a chance here.
I'm gonna give you the floor after that, Tik Nation. Go ahead.
So, I don't even know what the Neuralink is. I didn't even know this was a thing, but it sounds like it's, going to come in the near future of 50 years from now, probably. So it's probably going to come right after we get that, international railroad that's coming, that high-speed railroad they keep talking about. Coming back to Ohtani, can he be the face? I think he can, and I think I think him not speaking English is kind of got a little mystique, kind of got a little aura around it. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, this guy's dominating our sport, dominating our pastime. He doesn't even speak the language. You know, there's kind of like, there was a few years ago, this guy, Kenny Omega, and he has been, he's a professional wrestler, wrestled in Japan. He's English, or American, doesn't speak Japanese, but they love him because he's high flying and stuff like that. There was one promo he cut, and all of a sudden he cut it in Japanese. Perfect Japanese dialect, everything. He was just been practicing for that. So we could see maybe he's practicing English in his free time or something like that, and comes out and just speaks like a regular English speaking person and stuff like that, and just shock all of us, and that'd be crazy.
That would be sick.
That would be fire.
That would be really cool. I'm just going to give you guys a real life example. There's not a right or wrong answer here. And I just want to pull the class, because I know it's going to be something that we're all familiar with and we're all fond of. Let's take two individuals, two greats of the great sport of the UFC. Okay. You got a guy, his name's Conor McGregor, and you got a gentleman, his name Khabib. Do you think that Khabib would have been one of the highest praised wrestler or UFC fighters that he is today if he could not speak English? My answer to that is no. I think because he was able to shit talk Conor, he was able to, and now I'm not saying it's perfect English, but he's able to say things, shit talk, do certain things, be in interviews. And I know obviously baseball, UFC, two kind of completely different sports, but you want to, I don't know, for me, I like guys that have edge in sports. I like guys that chirp a little bit. I like the Tony DeVitos and the Will Levises of last night. I like the guys that run their mouth a little bit. And that's just where I sit back and I'm like, could he really be the face of baseball if we don't ever get to see that kind of side? I got TBD. I'm not saying he can, or I'm not saying he can't. That's just kind of a real life example that I think about, being would Khabib be mentioned and talked about in the same way if he didn't know how to speak English?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, because I mean that whole camp is him, was it
Makhachev, yep.
All of them. They do have somewhat of they do boast pretty well, and that kind of goes with how dominant all of them are as performers, and just athletes. Yeah, I don't know. Has there ever been a UFC fighter that's hasn't spoken English and can't really talk in a press conference?
Charles Oliveira. And that's why Charles Oliveira is not people know who he is. Any casual, any diehard knows who Charles Oliveira is. And he's known specifically for his finishes. He's a great fighter. He's an awesome UFC fighter. But yeah, I've never really seen him speak good English. It's always through translators. So who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I guess probably not, because UFC and WWE, it's those are performing sports.
True.
Although they get in there and they show what they can in the ring and stuff like that, it's the whole lead up of the fight is part of the fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess probably not. I guess I wouldn't say Khabib would be at the top if he could also speak. You know what I mean? If he was like Tom Hardy, just a mute, coming in there, doesn't talk, leaves and stuff like that, it's kind of disappointing as fans, because you want the whole experience.
JT, do you have anything to add before I have this other question that just popped in my head for Tiggy Nation?
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Speaking going somewhere where you don't speak the language is crazy. I'll just say that. Go ahead, Jake.
Facts. Thank you for that. Thank you. Tig. So I have a question. You're a guy. You're in the Air Force. Fly planes and shit.
Something like that.
One weekend of every year, there's one of the greatest football games of all time: Army versus Navy.
Mm-hmm.
As an Air Force man yourself, is there a side that you choose in this, or is this like high school basketball when they're announcing the opposite team? You guys just turn around and look at newspapers and act like the game's not going on.
So I don't know. I'd like to say I had like a grudge of why the Air Force isn't included and stuff like that. The Air Force has a football team, arguably better than both of the teams that played last weekend. Arguably in terms of record, the stats are there. So I personally, it's whatever. It's whatever. I do have a buddy. His brother is at West Point for the Army and stuff. So he's always a big Army guy. He's always like, go Army and stuff. And we, there's people that went to Central and stuff that are in the Naval Academy, people I played baseball with and stuff. I tend to lean when I watch the game. I tend to just root for Army naturally. I don't know why. Maybe because like just Marines are associated with the Navy. And I feel like, well, they have like two branches with them. The Army needs a little extra support. So I don't know. I would say Army. I think we, as well as Air Force, work more with Army, like our career field especially. Usually there's some of the Air Force with the Army group or battalion that's going, and they'll talk to, the planes, us up in the sky and stuff sometimes. So I feel like we're more integrated with the Army a lot of the time. So I root for Army, and I think they won, right? Army won.
Oh yeah.
So, Army won. Navy they don't score any points.
But the ending of the game was fire.
The ending of the game was very fire.
Big stop on the goal line. You gotta love that. I love football like that, man.
It was getting close. It's so old school because they just don't pass. They don't pass. Yeah. They don't pass. I remember, I think it was like last year or 2 years ago, Air Force was undefeated, just dummying teams. And then they played Army and they lost to Army. And I'm like, and I think that was the only loss the Air Force had. I'm like, that is insane. We were dummying teams left and right. We were beating like actual schools. Yeah. And then we lost the fucking Army. And it was like, what are we doing? Doing?
Fun fact, Bald Ass Hank has season tickets to Navy.
Really?
I was wondering about that. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? Hank what with the Navy?
I said Bald Ass Hank has season tickets to Navy football games.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have like a service member or something to like get those tickets.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm pretty sure they're like fucking like $12 for the whole year, something like that. And you could just go to every game, something like that.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's probably worth it. That Army Navy game, you sell those tickets, pays for the whole year, probably more. I mean, that's awesome. That's really cool. But yeah, the game's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, I was looking up, I don't know if Jackie mentioned or someone mentioned it was like who's like some of the top like armed forces players, like football players throughout the years. And I thought it was Army, but it was Navy. It's Roger Staubach.
Oh, I didn't know he went to Navy. He
went to Navy, got drafted by the Cowboys, and then immediately after getting drafted, though, you have to do 4 years as an officer. And so he did his tour of 4 years. I think he had to do an extra 5 for a deployment or something like that. Came back, and then I think he won 2 Super Bowls with the Cowboys.
Damn.
Wow. I mean, is that just like your top tier American story right there?
Yeah.
Just serving in the military, then being a freaking Dallas Cowboy and winning Super Bowls. I mean, how more American is that?
You got America's team. I mean, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna fact check, but I think he also won the Heisman.
Dang. Yeah. I agree with JT. I think we need to give Roger Staubach his flowers here. If that man really was served in the Navy for 4 years, and then he came back and won 2 Super Bowls. I don't see a movie about him. They're making bum-ass movies about Kurt Warner. Who cares about Kurt Warner? It's Roger Staubach.
Roger Staubach.
Roger Staubach is just the actual real-life Captain America.
Yeah.
He's got the logo and everything.
I don't know if you just read those Wikipedia, but on his Wikipedia it says Roger Thomas Staubach, nicknamed Roger the Dodger and Captain America.
Hell yeah, I did not read it.
American legend, 11 seasons with the Cowboys, Heisman Trophy winner, 63, served in the Navy doing a tour of Vietnam, came back to the Cowboys, 69 for 11 seasons, and led the team to 5 Super Bowl titles, 4 of them as the starting quarterback.
Oh my gosh. Is he just like the best ever?
I mean, this guy's a dog.
How is there not
Yeah.
genuinely? How is there not a movie on this man?
Insane.
Yeah,
though.
like what?
That's
don't know.
crazy, dude.
I'm
Dude,
about to, yeah.
I run out of breath tying my shoes, bro. And this guy won 5 Super Bowls and served the whole tour in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he
insane.
won the Heisman.
And won
And-
the Heisman.
The
What?
Heisman at fucking Navy. Like, you kidding me? Like, I mean,
Right.
Holy crap.
Some
That's-
people, man, are just built different, you know? Like, I know they probably, it's on the football kind of, but like, look at the Eagles players that made the Christmas album or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
how can you just be a professional football player, be nice as shit at football, and then just be an awesome singer too? It's like, you know, like, how can you have that many skills? While here I am, you know, I can't even freaking barely bowl a strike.
Dude,
know?
you're doing great. You're doing great.
You know? But it's just crazy when you think about it. Like, people are just built different.
people are built different. Shout out Roger Staubach, American hero.
Oh, dude,
Shout
you guys
out.
want to hear my bold prediction since we're on football? And this is
bring it.
bold.
Here we
This
go.
is bold.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes stinks. That's
Bold-
what I'm saying.
Bold prediction: the Dolphins and the Chiefs do not make the playoffs this year.
Well,
The Dolphins and the Chiefs. You heard it here. It is Tuesday, December 12th at 7:54 Eastern Time. I am telling you, the Dolphins and the Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs this year.
all right. Diggy Nation's writing it down.
I'm writing it down. Here we go. December 12th. 12.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Chiefs, I don't know about the Dolphins. I mean, I haven't really watched. But the Chiefs are a bunch of frauds, if you ask me. Patrick Mahomes is a big baby. I liked Patrick Mahomes, too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a Patrick Mahomes hater until the other night against the Bills.
I
Shit is embarrassing. Okay, listen. And the thing that fires me up the most is you have like your Tony Romos and your guys like that are like, oh, you can just see the competitor in him with how upset he is. No. These people do not get a pass because they're NFL players to act like freaking idiots.
Yeah.
He acted like a freaking big baby, spoiled brat, daddy's boy idiot just because he didn't get his way. When they freaking won the Super Bowl last year off a stupid ass penalty. So
preach.
Yeah.
Preach. That's
Sorry,
how they
Mahomes.
fucking won. That's how they
Yeah.
won, was off a stupid ass penalty. And that's what happened to you. And then the competitor of you're such a fucking baby. You go to hug your boy Josh Allen, who, let's keep it real, Josh Allen has been through way more shit in his NFL career than you have, Mahomes. And instead of hugging him and saying good game, you hug him and go, that's the worst fucking call I've ever seen. Like Josh threw the penalty. Come
Yeah.
on, Mahomes. And dude,
Mhm.
listen, he knows he's getting worried. There's a team in the West that's one game behind him that all of a sudden that division lead has disappeared. And he's Mr. Unlimited, baby. We're coming. He's nervous. He's nervous. They're like 2-4 in their last 6. They're not playing well. You got to play good in December, dude. And listen, the Dolphins, they're a joke. Every year at this time, they start losing in the end of November and December. Last year, they were like 9-3 or whatever and finished 9-8. They're going to do the same thing again. Chiefs and Dolphins out of the playoffs. I'm calling it right now.
Shout out to
Now-
my guy Mike McDaniel, though. You know, he's just a good guy. But go on, Tiggy Nation.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said. I think the biggest issue, yeah, he was complaining on the sidelines. He was screaming at the refs, not a great sight. But a lot of players do that. But a lot of players aren't the golden child of Patty Mahomes, Bad look. I agree the worst look was him telling Josh Allen, who, is a peer, and he's basically dominated Josh Allen ever since he got into the league. You know what I mean? No congratulations. And then he doubled down at the press conference. All he talked about, all that was highlighted was him complaining about the ref. He should have been yelling at his teammate, Kadarius Toney. I mean, he was off by, 2.5 feet. It was insane. So I don't know. I think they're as well. I don't think the play was planned. If anyone should be mad,
No,
it's Travis Kelce because he had the sickest play ever. Like, that's who should
he
be mad.
did. Yeah.
I mean, that
dead
play
ass,
was
though.
unreal. That was so cool. And he's done that earlier in the year, too, where he's just, like, lateraling it like it's backyard football. Awesome to see. But, I don't know. Bad look for Mahomes. But I tweeted out, you know what I mean? If he goes full into this and just starts complaining about every call like this verbally, I kind of like it. He's like a full villain of the league.
Oh, I agree with that.
I love to root against that. So I think that's sick.
If this, which he's already backpedaling. He already went on like a local news thing, apologizing, saying he can't act like that because you can't act that way in real life, which I get. I respect that. But I could not agree with you more, Tiggy Nation. If Patty Mahomes just locked in and was like, I am now the villain of this league and everything runs through me, as much as I want to hate that, it's hard to hate that, dude. I would be dialed. I'd be like, okay, all right, you know?
That'd be pretty sick. I like that. I also just didn't understand. I don't understand the Chiefs because they do have some solid players. That Rashee Rice, that rookie, incredible. They're finally utilizing him. They're throwing him like 10 passes a game. I think he had 7 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. He wasn't out there for the final 2 plays of the game. I don't understand how you don't have that guy out there. I don't understand. They had 4 wide. None of them was number 5 or number 6, whatever his number was. They were all in the 20s or whatever in Kelce. It's like, why don't you have your playmakers that are making all those plays throughout the game on the field? So I don't know. I think there's a lot of issues with Kansas City. I could see them missing. I'm going to have to disagree. I don't think the Dolphins are getting out. Mainly because that division just fucking sucks. That division sucks, and I don't think
the Bills are coming, bro, and they still have to play one game. They still have to play each other again.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Bills basically have to win out, and the Dolphins will basically have to, like, lose out. I mean, if the Dolphins win 2 games, they're in, you know?
For sure.
They're playing the Tennessee Titans next week against Will Levis, you know? So who knows? That could be the factor of if they get it or not, but...
Oh, no, wait, no. The Titans just beat them yesterday, Monday night. Will Levis got his ass. So, like, that's...
Didn't they come back or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 28-27.
It was?
Tyreek got hurt really early, something with his ankle.
Did you see what Tyreek Hill said about his wife or his girlfriend or whatever?
Mm-mm.
I don't know how the communication happened, but when he came off the field, I don't know if he texted her or whatever, but he said, like, he texted her or he talked to her and said, man, that really hurt or whatever. And she said something like, yeah, but you need to get back on the field, dog, or something like that. I was like, that's awesome. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Jake, looking at the Dolphins, you're very right. They play the Jets next week. That should be a win, but then they play Cowboys, Ravens, Bills.
Oh.
So
what's the, like, ranking? Like, what are the...
And the Bills get to play. Bills play the Cowboys. That'll probably be a loss. Play the Chargers, free win. Patriots, free win. Dolphins. So, you know, they could go 3-1. Dolphins could go 1-3. It might be close.
Pull up the standings because I want JT to hear how close, like the top 11 are.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, I just mean in that division.
Oh, okay. In the division.
Dolphins 9-4. Bills 7-6. Jets 5-8. Patriots 3-10.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they could pull the old switcheroo there.
Yep. It's only 2 wins. There's 3 very winnable games for. It might come down to the last game, which would be sick.
That would be sick.
That
would be sick.
So I hope that's what it comes down to because then everyone's playing it. You know, the 17th game I thought was awesome, but now half the time we just see 2 games of people not playing their starters. So that'll be cool to see if that's the last game of the year. That's fucking sick. I think that's all we have for the Broncos won, right? Broncos won, right?
Yeah, Broncos steamrolled the Chargers. I never root for injury. I didn't like to see Josh Herbert get hurt. It actually made me very nervous because he stinks, and I didn't know how his backup would be, Easton Stick. He didn't do very well either. I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it. Josh Herbert is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL that we have had in a very long time.
You can't even remember his first name. He's that bad.
Exactly. Yeah. Justin Herbert. See, I don't even care what his name is, bro. I don't even care what his name is. But I do just want to also give a shout out, like JT did to Mike McDaniels, because after the Sean Payton era is over, that's who will be the Denver Broncos' next head coach, because he was the ball boy for the Broncos and he comes from the Shanahan tree, and we got Walmart money and we can make it happen.
True. Yep. Shout out the Broncos. Keep rolling. Justin Herbert, couldn't agree. Guy is overrated and just finds ways to lose games. Not that it's, eventually you got to start looking inward. Eventually. I don't know if they'll ever do it. Maybe in 5 more years they'll look inward when his career is over. Like Phillip Rivers, maybe they'll look inward. I don't know. But all right, that's all we have for NFL news, right? So we can move on. What happened? What else happened there, huh?
You want to talk about the sick-ass Dune 2 trailer that came out today?
You know what? I saw your tweet today, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to watch it. And then I started to watch it for 5 seconds. I'm like, nope, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to watch this shit. Because I've seen the trailers. I've seen, like, the teaser in the movies. And I keep forgetting I saw the first one. And it sucked.
Nope.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
See, let's talk about this real quick. Because I didn't watch the new trailer yet, but it actually shocks me that you don't like the first movie, because you have been such like an advocate for like big action, like Fast and Furious movies and all the movies people say like suck, which you are like, oh no, this is good. So I figured you would like, I don't know, Dune, because it's like a new thing. It's like a new kind of Star Warsy world, a whole
Game
new
of Thrones.
Thing. Yeah, instead of this old recycled stuff that we get. So I didn't watch the new trailer yet. I am excited for Dune 2. I really enjoyed Dune. I only watched it one time, but it's one of those kind of movies I feel like it's not like, oh, I'm going to rewatch Dune. You know what I mean? But I did like the movie. I'm excited for the new one. I mean, honestly, big Timothy Chalamet guy. He seems like a great guy. He seems like a guy I'd like to be friends with. He'd probably like me as well. Yeah, he seems like a good guy to me. He doesn't seem like he'd be, I don't know. He seems like, I like seeing him on SNL and shit. He seems like a real person.
You talking about Willy Wonka?
Yeah, dude, listen, I'm pumped for that too. He looks like he'll be a good Willy Wonka.
I agree.
Not to get too far off topic, but I feel like Jeremy Allen White, the dude that plays Lip Gallagher in Shameless, like the writing was on the wall because he looks just like Gene Wilder. He would have been a freaking amazing Willy Wonka. But I'm pumped for the new Willy Wonka. I think it looks pretty good too. But Dune 2, yeah, same thing. Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, love it. I'm in.
Yeah. So I will start off by saying, one, I don't get Timothy Chalamet. I don't know where he came from. I don't know why he's like the hottest star in Hollywood. I mean, the guy is like 120 pounds soaking wet, looks like he's 5'2.5", and somehow he's stealing everyone's girl. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So I don't get it. But moving on, the movie, I think I fell asleep halfway through the movie. And you want to know why I fell asleep? Because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what was going on. We're just in the desert. We're in the desert. There's this big fat overlord calling the shots or something like that. And then he's like mind controlling people like he's Harry Potter getting tortured by Severus Snape all of a sudden. He's like controlling things in his mind. And then his mother, I think it was his mom, was one of them. But then her husband, his dad doesn't know. And it's like, what is going on? There's all these different tribes going on. You don't know what anyone's called. They keep coming up with these names, this, that. It's impossible to follow. And everyone who I've talked to, not everyone, I will say 60 to 70% of the people after who I talked to was like, I just didn't get it. And they're like, well, you got to read the books. No, I'm not reading fucking 20 books about this shit to figure it out. We're not doing it.
I agree with that.
We're not doing this.
I agree with. I'm not reading the books either.
We are past this as a society. You don't have to read the books to go watch the fucking movie, especially for a movie of this production and this much money. Make me just understand the story.
Dude, if they wanted me to read the book, there wouldn't be a fucking movie, dude. That's all I have to say.
It's a whole new world. You've seen Aladdin. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new origin story. Like, so think about it. Like, the first movie of any big blockbuster franchise is kind of like, you don't know what the hell's going on. Like, imagine, I'm going to go back to Star Wars, but you watch the first Star Wars movie coming out. You're like, what the fuck is all this shit happening?
Which Star Wars movie? Which Star Wars movie?
A New Hope. It has to be A New Hope.
Like the very first one.
Is this what they're doing though? Are we coming in episode 4?
But also, we didn't know back then this was going to be episode 4. That was a. I think
it said episode 4, didn't it? Back then.
That's after. That was after that they. After? I could be wrong.
No, that's right. I'm pretty sure it was just Star Wars. A New Hope or whatever. It wasn't like Star Wars 4 or whatever.
Well, but, oh God. All right, continue. Sorry.
No, it's all good because it took me. I didn't know what the hell was going on in Game of Thrones. It took me damn near a whole season to know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say this. I did rewatch Dune a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, it was better than the first time I watched it because I kind of had an idea of what was already going to happen, and I was able to listen more to like the family dynamic and the actual stories of what they were actually saying. And dude, who doesn't want to watch a movie again with Jason Momoa? He's
pretty cool.
Was he in the first one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the cast. Him, I don't even remember Rebecca Ferguson being in it.
Who?
Rebecca Ferguson was in it.
Who's Rebecca Ferguson?
Maybe his mom. I don't know. She's the girl. She's the Mission Impossible girl.
It's probably his mom then.
Oh, wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those.
I mean, everyone was just watching Zendaya the whole time, but
she wasn't even in it until the end.
Oh, so I don't see.
See, but also, dude, that's a reason I think why the movie theaters got sued for trailers and false advertisement, because in the first trailer for Dune, they just acted like Zendaya was going to be in the entire movie, and she literally doesn't pop in it until like she's in it a dream for a split second once, and then she doesn't come in till like 20 to 15 minutes left in the movie.
Timeout. People are suing people for that now.
No, that passed. Like a
God,
thing.
dude, we live in such a freaking soft world. They're like, oh, I didn't see as much Zendaya as I like to, so I'm going to sue the freaking company now. That makes me up freaking bad. You know what I mean?
This world stinks sometimes.
Yeah, well, don't worry. You can go to the world of Dune starting in the year 2024 again and go back. The teaser trailer I saw in theaters makes it look sick. It makes it look sick. You know, like Jake Stolen, he's got his arm up. Everyone's like, oh, you know, it's very 300-ish, you know, very camaraderie. But I don't get it. I thought the movie was 3.5 hours. It said it was only 2.5. So that's less than Oppenheimer. I've seen Oppenheimer like 2 or 3 times. And I thought Oppenheimer was all right. You know, it's all right. So maybe I'll give Dune another watch. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Spark a candle, dim the lights, turn Dune on, and have a good time. Maybe I can watch like a YouTube video of like 10-minute prequel to Dune movie so you aren't lost.
But see, like, I saw that argument too, but this is just a remake though. Like, it's not like everybody's making it sound like, like this is, I'm pretty sure Dune is an older movie.
1984.
Like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they just remade it. Dude, smart, no stuff. But yeah, no, speaking of movies though, I watched one of the craziest movies I've ever seen in my life. That's a new Netflix movie called Just Leave the World Behind with Julia Roberts, Marisha Ali, Kevin Bacon, and Ethan Hawke. And
Kevin Bacon. Nice.
Kevin Bacon. And I think this is one of those movies that will strike a weird nerve in your body of how easy something like this could happen in the movie. And without giving it away, I'll just say the 3 stages that they say. So like the first stage is cause chaos. The second stage is spread a bunch of misinformation. And the third stage is let people devour themselves from within. So it's just like, I kind of want to tell you guys. I mean, I guess I could just give you guys.
Don't tell us. No,
Okay,
don't tell us. Don't tell us. Don't tell us. You know,
We have to do our homework.
Yeah, got to do our homework. A couple people at work said the movie sucked.
Who? Who the fuck are these people, dude?
I'll give you their emails. I'll give you their emails. You can email them.
I want them on the pod next week. I want them on here next week, dude.
I'll give you their emails. We'll bring them in the bedroom. You know, it'll be a nice soiree. I don't know, but is Netflix movie? I saw the trailer. I thought Ethan Hawke? I thought it was Josh Brolin at first. I was like, is that Josh Brolin?
That's fair. That's fair.
And it was Ethan Hawke, and then Kevin Bacon shows up. So it's like, that'll be cool. Julia Roberts, you know.
Good cast.
I feel like 30% love her, 70% hate her, so you know, it's whatever. But it does look like an interesting concept to the movie. And right now, my girlfriend and I are watching Severance. And I don't know if you guys have seen Severance on Apple TV.
I've heard of it. I've not watched it. I know what you're talking about, though.
So the whole theory, I'm just going to explain the theory of severance. They get their brain severed. And apparently what that means is like it's split. So they go into this company to work. When they go down the elevator, they enter their like work mind.
Whoa.
And their work mind doesn't know what's happening, doesn't even know about their like, personal life. And they call it their innie when they're at work and their outie when they're out of work. And
it's like belly buttons.
Yeah, just like belly buttons. But it's a very interesting concept. Adam Scott is the lead on it from Step Brothers. I don't know what else he's in. Parks and Rec, right? He's in Parks and Rec.
Pretty Little Lies. Pretty Little Lies. Yeah, I think that was
Pretty Little Lies. I hear that's really good too on HBO.
Dude, that show absolutely rocks. I can just give so many flowers to that show. If anybody wants a quick 2-seasoner to watch, it's a great flick.
Yeah, but Severance, we're like 4 episodes in, and we still don't know what this company that they work at even does. It's very bizarre, and it's funny when you try to resign from the company because you're like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why is our brain severed and stuff like that? You put in a resignation, but it gets sent to your outie, your personal life. And your personal life, this personal life's person keeps saying, no, I'm declining the resignation. I got to go to work and stuff.
What?
So it's fun. It's very cool. There's a couple of, definitely like actors and actresses, which you'll see in the show, but it was like Apple TV's #1 show and stuff. I think it won an Emmy last year.
Damn, I have to check it. I have to check it out.
It's very Black Mirror-y.
Very very Black Mirror-y. Very like you don't know what's like, not what's real, what's not real, but you don't know like what fully is happening. Like something bigger is definitely happening, but you still don't know. There's I think it's Christopher Walken, the guy who's in Balls of Fury and stuff. He's in it. The guy who's in Transformers.
Josh Brolin or
John Malkovich.
It's the guy who is always talking about Shia LaBeouf's character. I forget his name, but he's like the crazy guy. He's like the crazy guy doing all the.
Yeah. Simmons.
Yeah. Where he's like, the aliens have been here forever. I have all the proof and stuff. He's in it and stuff. It's a cool show. It reminds me of Silo a little bit because like. Silo is happening, and that's Rebecca Ferguson as well. Shout out Rebecca Ferguson. Another Apple TV show where it's like you think you know what's happening, and then at the end you're like, what the fuck is actually going on? No one knows what's going on. Apple TV is awesome. Apple TV is fucking sick, and they got so many shows. So definitely watch Severance. I think it's only 1 season right now, so that's
Apple
cool.
TV,
I'm gonna give Dune a watch too.
Do that, dude. Apple TV has the greatest it's not even romantic. It's like the show's called Platonic with Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne, and it's basically two.
It's so funny you said it's a romantic and it's called Platonic.
Yeah, no, I said the wrong word. Yeah, I said the wrong word. It's like a friendship comedy, but it's like boy and girl that are just like straight best friends, and it's just such a good show. Because one of
There
them
are a lot of good shows on there.
Yeah, one of them's married, and then like one just gets a divorce, and they start hanging out again like they were young. But she has a whole family, and Seth just is like wants to party, and he's like a brew keeper guy, and it's hysterical. It's a great show.
Wasn't Seth Rogen in that movie with Charlize Theron?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's The Long Shot. That's one of my favorite movies, dude.
I haven't seen that, and I'm like a huge Charlize fan, obviously. And I thought that was like really cool, where they were like friends in high school or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, just come along, like just keep coming and stuff." And she's like some big wig and stuff, and he's just hanging out there, just living like a normal person and stuff. So
it's awesome.
I'm gonna have to give that a watch.
The new Christmas movie with Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner is really good. It's called The Family Switch. It's a Netflix original. It's really, really funny. It's just like a funny, comedy Netflix movie.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It kind of, you can tell by the name Family Switch. It's the same thing as like Freaky Friday.
Is it? Okay.
Like, it's so funny because like the mom and dad, so Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms, switch bodies with their son and daughter.
That's awesome.
It's good and it's funny. But then there's that other one that came out with what's his face, Jason Briggs, Jim Levinstein from American Pie, and it sucked.
That bums me out.
No, and I'm not like, it was bad. Like, it was like Hallmark movie bad.
Whoa, like, are you saying all Hallmark movies are bad?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just, the acting was awful. Like, it just was not. It was just, I do not recommend at all.
Dude, I wanna write a Hallmark movie real quick. Okay, I can do it. You guys ready?
Here we go. High
School Sweethearts. One stays in the hometown. One moves to a big city.
That's it.
It's the school reunion. The one from the big town shows back up, and the one is still there from the small city. Couple then gets together. They hang out. They might sip wine, drink some coffees at night. They fall in love, and they get married happily ever after. That is my Hallmark movie.
Yeah. The one thing you missed is the person in the hometown is in a relationship.
That's right. You're right. That is right.
Because that's how it always is. It's like, guy comes home, he reignites his flame with the old girl, but she's in a serious relationship with whoever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all seen The Notebook, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we're never going to put Hallmark movies on the same stage as The Notebook.
You're right. Notebook is one of the best movies ever. I just meant the story.
Right,
there's always some kind of love triangle is my point.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Christmas and Christmas movies, you know what I'm a big fan of down here? There's so many pop-up Christmas bars. Okay. Where when I say pop-up, I mean it's just a bar or a restaurant already, but they kind of dress up as a Christmas bar for the holiday season. So it's like everything is Christmas.
So they put up Christmas decorations.
But it's more than that. Like, all their drinks are Christmas drinks. Here, you be a hater.
I'm not being a hater. I'm kidding. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, it's basically like it's a steroid out Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, Christmas music, drinks, and I'm a big fan. I love the Christmas season. Christmas is awesome. Now I gotta send Jake some because he's being a hater.
I'm not being a hater. All I'm saying is, like, I live in a house, but since it's Christmas time, you can call my house a Christmas house from now on, my boy.
I mean, you technically could. I just sent you a video of one.
Pretty rocking around the Christmas tree. What's everyone's favorite Christmas songs?
Oh, that's so funny because I just was asking Greg's bar group text that the other day, and I think mine is a classic, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Josh Groban.
Okay,
Good one. I think that's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, for me, I'm not going to say specific song, but I can say album, somebody that remade Christmas music. And my favorite Christmas EP that's ever dropped is the Maine's Christmas like rock album thing that they did, I believe, in like 2008-ish or 2009-ish. All three of those songs bang. Shout out the Maine.
Okay. I like it. I'm a big fan. Obviously, the newer Christmas songs I think are better. You know what I mean? Like all the remakes, like the NSYNC, the boy bands that did it, the Maine that does their thing. I like Pentatonics a lot. And they're the a cappella group.
Okay, gotcha.
Where I don't know if Pitch Perfect was based off it, but they took so much inspiration from Pentatonics. Pentatonics is in the Pitch Perfect movies. I think they're like the Canadian team or something like that. But they literally put them in the movie because it was cool. But they have they do like a Carol of the Bells that's awesome, and Unreal stuff. And it's just so crazy. They just use their whole mouth to do that stuff. So like they have that Little Drummer Boy, a whole album and stuff, which is really cool. So I like that stuff.
Little Drummer Boy is a great song.
Yeah,
love that song.
Love that. That was like my mom's favorite song. We'd go to Black's Christmas trees up in Fulton, and we'd be playing we'd have like a greatest hits Christmas of every best song and iteration and stuff. And my mom just loved the Little Drummer Boy, and it is such a long song, and it just drags on and on and on. And I'm just like, oh man, can we get something more upbeat, please? I'm gonna fall asleep.
I got a question.
Okay.
What's your guys' favorite Christmas movies? Christmas movie.
I have no. We're gonna give a Mount Rushmore. So
I'm only saying one.
Okay.
No,
I got one.
Wow. Okay. Screw me.
You gotta pick one, JT. Gotta pick one.
You guys can go first.
I know what JT's gonna say, and I already fucking hate it.
I already know what he's gonna say too. And my favorite Christmas movie is a great comedy with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn titled Four Christmases.
Oh, I saw a little bit of that. I haven't seen the whole thing. People said it's hilarious. I gotta watch that.
It's my all-time favorite Christmas movie.
Christmas movie?
I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all know mine.
Yeah, we know.
Classic, The Polar Express.
Yep.
It just ignites the freaking Christmas spirit inside your soul. The music, the animation, the story. It's just the greatest. You got freaking legend Tom Hanks in there. Voiceover.
All aboard!
Best Christmas movie there is. When I saw the Wheeling Symphony perform the main Polar Express theme song, I cried. Just beautiful. If I had to give a second, which I'm going to give a second, I would put Jim Carrey's Grinch as my number 2.
Okay.
It is just so good. It has become a classic. That's just another one. It just gets me in the Christmas spirit.
All right. Jake, do you want to give an honorable mention before, I didn't know we were doing honorable mentions, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully,
Piggy
boys.
Nation despises me today. I don't know why.
Truthfully, boys, I'm kind of blanking on other Christmas movies at the present moment. I had Four Christmases locked in there. Oh, dude, The Night Before.
Okay.
That's a good one. Good one.
How could I forget that one? That is another just classic Seth Rogen comedy banger, dude.
Yeah.
Bang. Mackie, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, dudes with 3 names, dude. Let's go.
That's awesome. It's funny, JT, you did your honorable mention on the Grinch because that would be my number 1.
Oh, that's.
I'm glad I made your list on the number 2 spot, but it's my number 1 spot. So love the Grinch. It's fantastic. It's funny. Got a little romance in it. I love the Who's. It's just an all-time classic. My honorable mention. I think I've only seen this movie twice, but I literally just looked on the list and I'm like, I never watched this movie.
Polar Express.
No, not Polar Express. But It's gonna be Deck the Halls with Danny
Good
DeVito.
It's a good movie.
I've never seen that one.
Seen it once. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half too. It's very low. It was like my dad would always try to get us to watch it. We watched it like once or twice. It was really cool. So had to throw out there. Deck the Halls, watch it. It's Danny DeVito and who is the other person? Matthew Broderick.
Ooh.
Matthew
Oh,
Broderick.
nice. Simba.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Simba.
Yeah, so
Come on.
yeah.
It's Ferris
Simba.
Bueller.
Simba.
Come on. Come on, guys.
Simba.
It's Ferris
Simba.
Bueller.
I know he's Ferris Bueller, but he's Simba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's actually I haven't watched the live action Lion King in a long time. Maybe I need to watch that.
I've never
Yeah.
You've
Yeah,
never seen it?
never watched it.
It's all right. It's
Doesn't it have
not-
like the Will Smith in it? Isn't the Will Smith in it?
who?
No, dude, you're
Will
thinking
Smith?
of the Jungle Book.
No,
See-
no.
Seen that one?
Who? Will Smith?
Isn't Jaden
No,
Smith in one of the
Jaden Smith.
movies?
Isn't he in
Jaden Smith.
Isn't he in a Jungle Book movie?
He's in the Karate Kid.
No, I thought Jaden Smith was in one of the fucking live action.
He's
movies.
Childish Gambino.
No,
Plays Simba.
Childish Gambino plays Simba.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
I
sick.
thought it was like a little kid playing Simba.
No.
Well,
Childish Gambino.
Well,
That's Donald Glover, right?
yeah.
What? He's got a third person. Doesn't he have a third persona too?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
He
I heard.
could.
I think he raps under a different name other than Childish Gambino too. He has like a one side and like another side.
He's the Prowler.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I don't know what that is. So-
Spider-Man. He's the Spider-Man.
oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, read a book. You fuck.
I don't know. Childish Gambino. I'm always thinking of The Martian for Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, or the Star Wars movie Solo.
Yeah, but dude, a lot of people think he's the best in 30 Rock, but honestly, the greatest thing he's ever done, in my opinion, is the Atlanta show on FX. That show, it was gold from
People say it's
front all the way to back.
Oh yeah, I mean he totally just put on for my city.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I got one more question here. I saw a trailer for a show called Rebels something. Is that Star Wars related? Is that Star Wars movie? What is that?
That is Zack Snyder. I believe there's another movie that's on Netflix. Zack Snyder's creating some kind of universe. I don't know if that's the first iteration of it or if there's already another one out there, but I know it's supposed to be pretty cool. I've never watched it though.
What's it called? Rebels something? It's called
Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. Oh, so it's not Rebels. It's Rebel Moon. It's a movie. Okay, I just saw the trailer and I'm like, it could be Star Warsy, but they don't have lights, like no blasters or anything. I'm like, maybe this is like a pre Star Wars thing or something. But it looks cool.
That's
Looks cool. So I would recommend that just from trailer alone. But
Trying to think. One other thing, I just want to shout out the hacker that hacked Insomniac Gaming and stole all the stuff from the Wolverine video game, and they're basically holding it hostage and telling the creators of it that if they don't give him $2 million in 7 days, they're going to spoil the entire game and every character that's in it. So, I mean, I don't want to shout out the hacker for doing that, but it's also legit insane that a video game company's being held hostage right now for info.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Sony's investigating. I mean, this is insane.
It's insane. It was craziest thing I read, like, because it's just crazy that they're holding ransom. They're like, I want $2 million or we're just spoiling your whole game.
That reminds me of the only thing, whenever I think of like asking for ransom, I think of Airhead, the movie Airhead, with you guys never seen the movie Airhead? Airheads with was it Airheads? It's with Journey of the Son of the Earth Man. It's with the Mummy guy. Who is it?
Is that the Cones?
It's with
George
Brendan Fraser.
George of the Jungle.
Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley.
Oh damn!
Oh yeah,
That's a loaded cast.
It's
an
this
all-star.
it's this band, and they're trying to get on the local radio show, and They still won't play him. The guy's like, oh, we'll get you in. They kick him out. They go in at night and try to break in and hold him at like fake gunpoint. They're fake guns, and they have him. Oh, it's fucking sick.
Dang.
It's like a really gaggy 90s comedy and stuff.
I might have to.
Airheads. Can't believe you guys didn't see him. Oh, fucking sick, though. Would recommend.
Did you talk?
Adam Sandler before he became Adam Sandler.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about Dumb Money?
Yeah.
Last week?
We talked. Hey, thanks for listening last week, JT.
No, listen.
Jesus.
I listened to everything. I just didn't catch up. Takey Nation, listen. I'm texting you after we're done here and asking what up your ass. No, but I caught up on Dumb Money. Great movie, by the way. Big fan. It gave me like the Social Networking kind of vibe to it.
Oh,
it was good.
It's like you were at the episode. It's like you were just.
See, I was there in spirit, man.
Oh man! All right, that's all I got. It's been a fucking fantastic line here. I'm starving here. I got a box of beef jerky here. I'm just ready to dig in.
Trying to think. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, big news, real quick. There's a massive hearing for the NCAA tomorrow and all of their lawsuits, and there is a legitimate shot that every transfer that's not eligible to play right now, by the end of the day tomorrow, will all be able to play. So this could be massive news for the Mounties, not only for Raekwon Battle, but for Noah Farrakhan as well, who's from Cleveland State, who's an absolute dog. So let's just hope. Let's just do it for the kids. Let the kids play.
Let the kids
let them play.
Let them fucking
let them play.
Come on.
Let them play. Yeah, but all right, guys. Thanks for hopping in line with us again. Sorry, I won't miss again. I can tell there's animosity towards me for skipping school last week. So I'll be back. I won't be skipping any more school. Love you guys. You guys know where to find us. Juicebox Podcast. Bye-bye.